Let's talk about those injuries quickly that you mentioned. Ekitike came off injured, so did Alisson. Big blows for Liverpool.
And Ekitike is one of the, I know I categorized all the new signings and said we haven't seen some of them at their max. Isak is still trying to get back to full fitness. We know that. Wirtz, we already mentioned. Kirkes is another one that we could throw in that category. Ekitike has been one of the ones that hit the ground running, besides the, the crazy red card that he gave, and then he actually hurts his team then at the weekend because he's not available. He's been one of the ones that is a bright spot, that has understood where he is. I think he's done better than even I expected to start the season, going from a different club. It's going to hurt them. It has hurt them in the past. Another guy that came and saved them a couple times in the last weeks is Federico Chiesa. Federico Chiesa came in and he showed this relentlessness, this grit, this hunger, and set up his teammates. He gets the 2 assists in the last time they played. Today, there was question marks why he wasn't called up. Then Arne Slot came out and said he felt a little something and they didn't want to risk him because Liverpool has to play Chelsea then at the weekend, which is a huge game, and they want to save him for there. So trying to find this balance, Arne Slot, it's going to be a difficult one. I think last year, for as great as they were, they didn't get that balance right, which was the rotations at times, always playing your exact same starting 11, and then the team doesn't peak at the right moment. So he's going to have to figure it out quick because, as we said, when you spend this sort of money, the expectations go to a new level.
But historically, he's always been that type of manager. That's what he's built his success on. Some managers, and I would say Mikel Arteta is one of them, that relies on more the squad depth. Arne Slot has predicated a lot of his success on, I'm going to keep consistency in terms of my starting 11, and building blocks go from there. So players very much know who's starting and who's not. This is the first time I'm watching it, and I'm like, I don't really know. I'm sure he knows right now what his best 11 is, or what he can trust in terms of certain situations. And they keep getting found out tactically in the same situations. It seems to be direct balls that's making a defence turn because of how high they want to squeeze. Well, what comes with that is, if you're going to squeeze the ball, your whole team has to go, so that you stop the opposition from being able to kick the ball over your head. That's that basic 101. That's called a simple counter press. And what we haven't seen yet from Liverpool is their ability to understand in certain environments, if we're turned in terms of having to run back to our own goal, how quickly are we responding in defensive transitions? They're not responding well right now. And Arne Slot will know this. I've sat down with him. He's one of the coolest managers you will meet in the world of football because his understanding and depth of the game is brilliant. But what's even better about him, he's never too high and he's never too low. So he will know this is a blip. This is the first blip he's had as a Liverpool manager. How does he respond? On cue, look at my boy. Sharp, shoot.
Come on, come sit here. No, go. Come on.
Just stay there.
Come on. You know what's so interesting? Because we're talking about the counter press.
Reverse Oreo.
I actually feel like how is it reverse? I actually feel like you were one of the best I saw in terms of just as a generational player, in terms of understanding when to press and when not to press, yeah? Especially in the Premier League. So when looking at this Liverpool team now, do you feel like there's a bit of confusion as to when they need to go and when they don't need to go?
No, they haven't put in a good performance from the start of the season. They have not put in a full body. Liverpool have not put in a full body of 90 minutes performance. They've been very fortunate. Newcastle went down to 10 men, Newcastle did, and Newcastle still battered Liverpool. The only Bournemouth went to Anfield, gave them a game, pressed them and everything, they still come out of it. We gave them the compliment to say they're not performing or playing well, but they're doing what champions do. They find a way to win. Now that's slowly starting to run out now. Against Crystal Palace, far the better side. Crystal Palace deserve to win. Today, Galatasaray the better side. So I cannot say that Liverpool have put in a full bodies 90 minutes performance we've seen from the start of the season up to this point. They haven't. They've been very lucky. And we've given them the tag that we always say, when it's a team that wins championships and titles, they find a way to do it. That's the truth, they do. But now they're finally starting to get exposed. I think the biggest thing for me with this Liverpool thing is chemistry. And today, it's going to be about Arne Slot and the team that he chose to start. Starting Szoboszlai at right back and then Frimpong higher up the pitch. That's going to be things that people are going to question. And he tried to protect Frimpong and also Kirkes as his 2 new fullbacks that have come in, and protect them from the media, that they're not finding it, they're not doing the right jobs, they're not doing what they're supposed to do, making too many mistakes. So I think that today it's more on Arne Slot and the team selection and why he chose that team. But take nothing away from Galatasaray. It's not an easy place to go and play and get a result, and they deserve to win today.
Nigel's just come in from the Galatasaray show. How was it, Nigel?
Oh, it was great. It was great to watch all the football.
There were so many goals, wasn't there?
So many goals, so many great games. But I think this is probably the result that people are going to talk about, because Liverpool coming off a loss as well on the weekend against Crystal Palace. But when you look at the overall picture, you've got to look at the bigger picture sometimes. And this isn't an individual case of what happened today generally. we can't sit here and say we've seen Liverpool play amazing this season. In any of their games from the start of the season to now, there's always been questions. And now it's really starting to come to the forefront.
It's exactly what we were mentioning before, what JD and I were saying. Yeah. And I think that's why you have to take a broader picture. If it's an isolated moment, if it's a one-off moment, you could take that for what it's worth. I think to Nigel's point on getting the lineup wrong, right, from the start, that happens. There's managers all the time that they get it wrong. For me, what's surprising is the non-reaction. The fact that you don't have a response, even in the second half, that's what I was waiting for. We were watching the first half and we said, okay, they're not creating chances. The midfield looks like they're not able to build up. The defense was just passing the ball from side to side. You say, at what point do they get their action? At what point do they get the late goals, like you were mentioning, Hannah? That's the concern.
Well, then also you've got to start putting a bit more responsibility on players. I am, and I still was a big fan of Florian Wirtz. And I thought one of the best signings that Liverpool made. Fantastic player, going to be probably potential to win one of the World Player of the Years. But for me, he hasn't performed in a Liverpool shirt. He hasn't done it since he's gone there. Forget the price tag. I never get involved in that conversation because the players don't dictate their prices, the clubs come and pay for them. But they paid a lot of money for him. And with that, going to a club like Liverpool, there's high expectations, which he should be used to. He's a German international. He could have maybe gone on the verge to Bayern Munich. He still hasn't really performed enough for me in a level where you could say, OK, this is Florian Wirtz. This is why Liverpool got him. We can always say, oh, work hard, put tackles in. That's the basics. If I get an opportunity to be a manager or a coach, that is the basic I'm going to want from you to work hard.
What is it? Tactical? Is it technical?
I feel personally that I just don't feel that Arne Slot has found the right way to put him in this Liverpool side with other players around him, because his job. He's a number 10 for me. Yeah, he's a number 10 that has to be in behind the striker. You have to have him in the middle of the pitch, on the half turn, in the final third to make things happen. I'll make a comparison to Eze at Arsenal. Very similar. Eze is at his best when he plays a number 10 role. Florian Wirtz has to be a number 10. And I think that for me, you have to start putting a bit more responsibility on these players. They're not performing, really and truly. And he's one of the players for me that's got to that club. You talked about creativity and making chances happen. He's not making it happen.
Today's Champions Club is on YouTube, so you can comment down below all your thoughts and opinions on all the games. We're going to be taking a look at some of the comments. This is from Darren Ajay. Liverpool have been subpar this year compared to last year. I think what you were just saying, Nigel, compliments that.
100%. I mean, there's no denying it. Like I always say, I watch football with my eyes. I don't watch it with
stats and
XGs and goals charts. Yeah, I don't watch numbers. Don't lie. There we go. This ain't Moneyball. This is football.
And then the next one, this is Galatasaray. Welcome to hell. JD, you were saying this literally before the game.
This has historically been one of the most difficult places to go to in Champions League. It always has been, because you know you're going to get a game. I cannot tell you the intensity. I've been to that stadium. I've stood on that sideline. I'm not even playing, and I'm scared. I'm sitting there looking at the intensity from the fans, how much it means to them. They're jumping out of their seat, any half chance, every tackle, every moment. They really are on top of every aspect of the game. So it was about emotional control today, and Liverpool never had it at any point.
Yeah, a huge win for Galatasaray today, beating Liverpool 1-0.
Liverpool aren't playing football at the moment, they're playing basketball. And it's just end to end, and I don't think top teams play like that. And as I said, I expressed that to the manager early on. He'll know that a lot better than me. He's obviously a fantastic manager. But right now, Liverpool went from I would call them a top team, but a workman-like team, I would say, last season. And they've sprinkled a little bit of stardust on it in terms of the transfers that he brought in. And they haven't gained anything going forward, but they've lost a lot defensively. So I think for the manager now, last season was such a smooth ride for him. He's now got to really earn his money. He did last season, won the Premier League, unbelievable. But there's a few problems there that he's got to fix. And it'll be really interesting how he goes about it, because he's spent a lot of money on certain players. But right now, I don't think the balance of the team is right. And the obvious one that stands out right now is Florian Wirtz. He's just not at the races at all. He's a young boy coming into a new league. He's got plenty of time to go as a Liverpool player. But right now, I think he needs to come out of the team. Liverpool get back to what they were last season, and then go from there and try and build some confidence and build some defensive solidity, because right now it just looks a mess.
I don't like hearing you like this, Jamie.
No,
they've only lost 2 games. I mean,
no, but it's not the losses, it's not the defeats, it's the performances, and this has been coming from day one. Liverpool got battered by Newcastle in the second half of that game. Newcastle had 10 men. Things like that can't happen. Crystal Palace at the weekend created 7 big chances. That's more big chances any team has conceded in the Premier League all season. And Liverpool are the champions. You know, so there's this has been coming. This is not a shock. What's, you know, for me in the last couple of games, and the manager needs to fix it.
Well, we'll give Jamie an opportunity to break it down further in a full post game that we've got coming up for you. But Thierry, just quickly before we go to a break, your thoughts then on Galatasaray and how well they did in that game, whether they deserved that result?
Yeah, you're always going to have a tiny bit of luck. The penalty that they called wasn't a penalty. You know, they did fight on every single ball. They played the counter to the max. They could have had a couple more if Osimhen sometimes were a bit less greedy. A couple of times he could have released the ball for one of his teammates, but he took the penalty ever so well. And I said to Jamie at the beginning, actually, I said, I can see how Galatasaray can disturb Liverpool tonight. You have to give them their credit. Look at the players that they have in the team. If they are on a good night, they can play well against any team in Europe. Are they going to carry on, do more? I don't know. But on any good night at their place, they can beat anyone.
So there you go. Liverpool losing at Galatasaray. We've got a bunch more results to take you through as well. We're going to go to a short break. We will bring you a full post-game.
Stay with us.
Stay with us.
Hey, I'll get you back. You're all right, Jamie.
I'll be back.
We'll have a little bit of fun. Don't worry.
OK, so let's go over to the game that you mentioned, your game, Liverpool away against Galatasaray, Jamie, and talk about that one again, because obviously, like you said, not just a disappointing result tonight, but a disappointing period of time for Liverpool Football Club from your perspective. Let's take a look at the penalty incident that gave us that goal by Victor Osimhen. So here we go. Let's take a look at the penalty incident.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I thought it was a little bit harsh. You know, Szoboszlai's not a natural right back. It's Yilmaz running at him here. It's a coming together. Listen, I think it's one of them. If it's for you, you want the penalty. If it's against you, you think it's very harsh. You know, so I mean, Galatasaray will say, you know, it was a penalty. Osimhen, who caused Liverpool problems all night, always looked dangerous going through on goal. He's obviously got a big reputation. He gets the only goal. He's up against Alisson there, but he caused, especially Konate, huge problems. I mean, who doesn't cause Konate problems right now? I mean, look at this. I mean, what happens here? He goes through Osimhen. The goalkeeper, again, who was outstanding, saves another 1v1, gets injured. I don't know what he's done, but the injury comes from Konate again. This is happening every game. I've been a centre-back. I've made mistakes like that, but he's making that mistake every game without fail. You know, it can't go on, but the problem is Liverpool have got no one to replace him. But Liverpool, again, Konate involved. Listen, he just had a cheating, dive and get a penalty. He knows that the fella's got there before him. He knows that. But he does.
Oh, Jimmy.
No, he does. Listen, I think we all thought when the penalty was given, you know, when we watched the first time, we thought it wouldn't be given. We thought the defender had got there, but it wasn't the only mistake the referee made.
Micah, what's it like sitting next to Jamie on a night like this?
It is. I can't swear on this show, but yeah, it's
you
difficult.
Have before. We all remember.
Wow.
We all remember.
It's difficult, to say the least, shall we say. Entertaining.
Football means a lot to me, and I don't like it when it doesn't go my way. But
what do you do when you go home? How do you, like, decompress?
Well, I didn't have a great sleep last night. As you all know, I told you about it.
Why?
And,
what happened?
I don't know. I got up about 4 in the morning to go to the toilet. I couldn't go back to. Didn't go back to sleep. But I won't sleep well tonight. In my head tonight, I'll be going through Liverpool's team against Chelsea, what Slot should pick and what I'd do. Yeah, I'll be thinking about like who we should leave.
So who would you pick? Just say midfield, the front
you said earlier,
6, say.
Yeah, I think he's just almost got to go back to his team of last season and get that solid midfield 3 of Szoboszlai in there. You know, right back, you know, Conor Bradley's come on sub. Salah will start because he was sub.
Isaac or Ekitike?
No, Isaac will play. Yeah, I just think Liverpool need to get back to being sort of more powerful and difficult to beat and not have as many sort of, you know, footballers and get the bigger players on the pitch. And as I said, make it difficult for Chelsea. And even Chelsea tonight, they've had a great result. Obviously, we were watching the game as well. Benfica had a lot of chances. I think if Liverpool go there and put in like a normal Liverpool performance for this team, they can still win there. But they've got the manager got to fix it in terms of how this team is set up. It's not right.
Do you ever eat your feelings, go home, snack?
I don't know where this is going, but I don't normally know.
No, I was just wondering. I was just wondering if that was. Yeah, that's one of those things.
Oh, you mean like the munchies when you get in? No, is that what you do? No,
I do sometimes, yeah.
Do you? You do, don't you? No, not it. No, not particularly. No, we get well fed here.
Have the munchies. It's a different sort of munchies, though. Not that, Jamie. I'm talking about something else, so don't even try.
What are you talking about?
Let's go.
What do you want about the munchies?
There isn't a different type.
Can you remind us what you said to Arne Slot, because some people don't know? I've seen it. But what did you tell him?
Oh, no, I wouldn't class it as telling him. He's the manager of Liverpool.
You had an opinion?
No, yeah, I was commentating on the game and I asked him, because what's really interesting, I think, with Slot, who come in and obviously, to win the league for Liverpool, outstanding. But what he did is he took a Jurgen Klopp team and he almost took what we're watching now out of it. What we're watching right now for Liverpool was when Jurgen Klopp was trying to get the team on a journey to get to where they got to, which eventually became the best team in Europe. But in the first couple of years under Jurgen Klopp, the team was like that. It was very much end-to-end. And Slot came in, and it looked like he just had a little bit of a calmer effect on the team. That's gone. It's almost like it's gone back to the Jurgen Klopp type of team, and it wasn't going well for Jurgen. And I thought Slot was sort of a slightly different type of manager. Now, it might be the personnel that they've brought in. It's not quite gelling. But I'm intrigued the way it's gone back to that, from where it was that sort of calm and influence last season. And we lost that basketball feel that we had. As I said, at great times under Jurgen. It's not criticism by any means, but it was a different style of football. What are you laughing at?
You're having a bad day, aren't you?
You know what?
He keeps popping out.
I know. Put us to God. Honestly.
Put it back in.
No, I don't even want people in my ear anymore, honestly. I don't need people in my ear.
No sleep. Liverpool lost and you're here. What?
I know.